Out in the fields, we call this one weight reduction. Makes you go fast. So in case you're late to the party, I've had an MJ for a while. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been messing around with it for a little bit. So we've got some new tires on it, and we've got a new battery in it. And yeah, basically I'm trying to get this on the road finally. And I'm going to do it as cheaply as possible. So yeah, still got the turbines over here, but a couple of them are flat, and most of them are pretty well done. My buddy had some tires and some wheels I wanted, but they're all they're in the wrong combination, and I don't feel like spending the money for them. So, got a great deal on these. 5 of these wheels and tires for 150 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. They look nice enough, and the tread's great, so they're a little bit bigger than what I had before, but they'll do the job. I got a battery, also off Facebook Marketplace. Some guy had a bunch of them in his garage, so I took him the old toasted battery that froze last winter, and got this one for like 55 bucks. So there you go, about $200 to get this thing drivable. I switched from Geico to Progressive and saved $200 every 6 months on insurance while adding a third vehicle, so that's awesome. And yeah, now I'm just waiting on registration so I can put some plates on this damn thing. And hopefully I can take a bunch of scrap to a scrapyard and make some of that money back. But anyway, so right here we've got the trusty old picoscope hooked up, and the REM, because who doesn't like an REM for monitoring all the bugs and issues that these things run into. But there's a bit of an issue. So right now you'll see that we have data. Blinky dashes mean good. But when we take this out of 4th gear, it's a 4-speed by the way, blinky data gone. It no worky. So for some stupid reason, there's a laundry list of issues with this truck right now, but the shift light on the 2.5 liter manuals is tied to the data line. So if you'll find this connector right here on the passenger side, this connector is for the shift light. So if we pop that connector, you notice we get data again. Now usually this wasn't a problem because it was the other way around. When the shift light is on, it's supplying 12 volts to this pin, but the computer is still bringing it down to ground, so you still got your waveform. But if the shift light is broken and grounding out for some reason, well, then you don't have data. So when you plug it back in, bye-bye, no data. So I guess for now I can just leave it disconnected. But yeah, that's part of the fun. So now we have data again, so now we can actually get to monitoring this thing. None of the gauges work. Well, just about none. So the temperature gauge went from low to high and then stayed there forever. The oil pressure gauge just kind of floats there. The voltage gauge does not move. And well, we've got about twice as much fuel as this tank can hold somehow. So yeah, gas gauge is fucked too. But hey, the speedometer works. Thank God, mechanical cable. And the aftermarket tachometer works. Thank God, previous owner wiring. But as for every other wonderful issue in this vehicle, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. Bye-bye. Okay, so I guess it's back on its bullshit. Awesome. Let's see if a nice battery reset fixes things. Oh, I actually did hammer that down. Yep. Just let that drain. Yeah, real nice tight connection with broken terminals and crap. Okay, let's see if it comes back. You're a brand new truck. I believe in you, buddy. working and it's in closed loop, so awesome. But anyway, yeah, it does start, and after I unstuck the clutch, which another tip from my buddy, you put it in 4th gear, and you hold the brake and the clutch. The clutch pedal's stuck, so it's not going down, but you hold the brake and the clutch, and then you start it in 4th, and all that force hopefully frees the clutch, and then the clutch pedal goes down, and then you're good. And it actually worked. Yeah, cool. So for those of you wondering how hard it is to install an REM into your Jeep, well, let's find out. So let's come down here and look for, oh look, there's already a gaping hole right there. That should be easy work. Basically, you come under the dash and you look for a hole, whether you got one there, or sometimes there's one on this side too. You can either pop a plug out or add your own grommet or something, but basically you're looking for some grommet opening near the pedals. And you just feed your wire through. So, part of me is curious if that grommet right there is open or not. It's not. You can always cut a hole, but I'm gonna use this opening over here. Okay. But yeah, so then you got that, and we can bring that somewhere, and there you go. Now you've got an REM in the cab. The rest of the wire should be probably routed up and over and away from anything hot and spinny. So I'm just back from a log, and this was. Yeah, are you gonna help me? Roo? So, in this newest version in the codes page, if you push this bottom right button, or the bottom left button, I'm sorry, you get a detailed view. So this is the normal view when you scroll through everything and you just see them. But if you push this bottom left button, you get detailed view. So you can see that this code tripped 4 minutes ago, and it only happened once. This one was 12 minutes ago, it happened 3 times. This 5 minutes ago, and it happened 2 times. And if it blinks like that, that means that it's a current issue, that it's currently happening. I mean, obviously right now it's not plugged in, but yeah, it's a neat little thing. So if you ever want to see some more details about your codes, you can check that too. So it looks like this is part of the nursery now. We got some little babies. So I'm hiding somewhere up there. Always check your Jeep for stuff. Big Mouse jumped out and started running away, and one of them fell out. And yeah, I guess they're just hanging out. Alrighty then. You never know what you're gonna find in these things. Maybe that's the mysterious Renix gremlin.
Can I even do here?
Yeah. Washy time.
But it does look pretty. Oh man, I'm supposed to do it the wrong way.
Well, it ain't much, but I guess it'll do for now. At least it's not green anymore. So I guess once the vacuum cleaner comes out, this gets upgraded from lawn ornament to something halfway useful. Let's get the dust and mouse poop out of here, eh? Make it something worth proud of again. Oh man, you want to know what a real shame looks like? If you can see any of that at all. This was the build sheet for the Jeep. They're usually hiding in different places, either like under the floor or behind seats or just, I don't know. But yeah, it's a grid with all the different build options that you might have had, but I guess a mouse got to it, so Sayonara. That's a shame. Well, it ain't perfect, but good enough for me. Wiped down the dash and then the seats and everything and vacuumed it out real good. I think I showed you the disaster that was in there, so that's unfortunate. Readjusted this so it actually closes now, so I could probably put the bulb back in there if I really cared. Dash is all together. Really hope the speedometer works. But yeah, about the only thing to figure out now is what to do with that damn cushion. Be nice to figure out how to puff it up or do something with it. I don't even know if the damn thing moves forward or back, so we'll have to check the tracks at some point too, but it's something. It's getting there. And to top it off, a nice certified mirror mount fix. So we've got some duct tape and some extra bracing on there, so she should really be able to withstand some hurricanes. Okay, I guess she's ready for a drive. Best of luck. So it looks like the poor man, she could use a bit of a headlight upgrade, since this thing's a little pitiful and we've got a burnout light. So we are going to install these bad boys just for now to bring this into the 21st century. So goodbye classic headlights, it's time for an upgrade. Oh, I'm gonna love MJ's real good. We had a combination of T15 Torxes, a Phillips head, and a flathead. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Okay, so weird enough, I just pulled this bulb out and the plug behind it wasn't even plugged in, it fell out. But it's also really dim, like really, really dim. Like super duper dim. Do the high beams work? I wonder if that's a power issue, because that other one looks great. This one's like dim, real dim. Oh. What? Okay, that's strange. And now it works fine. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be fun. Well, at least this one seems that it's not bugging out when I wiggle the thing. So that's cool. Got our two different colors. Our white and the old. Neat. Alright, well I guess I'm gonna leave it. She'd be driving. None of the gauges work, but she'd be driving. Yeah!